Hello? Hey, there we go. Damn. I knew there was gonna be scuff. I knew it. Welcome. Hello. Hi Axia. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Hello Visu. Thank you so much for the resubscription. 23 months is insane. Thank you so much. And hello. Oh, I just cracked my hand. Alouette. Welcome. I just bit my tongue as well. Oh my god. Everything is going wrong. Happy to catch a stream for once. I'm happy that you're catching the stream. 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. If you need to at some point go to bed, I understand. I'm not gonna hold it against you. I hope you guys can hear the music. I hope you guys can hear me. I assume you can hear me. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I know it's been a while. Basically, for anyone who hasn't been following my frantic mental breakdowns in my Discord server, it's not been mental breakdowns. It's been me being annoyed that I couldn't stream. Basically, I somehow hurt my wrist. Not like broke it or anything, just overuse, I think. Still haven't fully figured out what it is, but it feels okay today. So I thought, you know what? Why not stream? And then I also got sick right after I hurt my wrist. So for a couple of days, I was just like sitting in front of the TV in the living room, doing nothing because I couldn't play video games. And I just felt like, I don't know. I felt like death, pretty much. But I overcame that, and then Christmas rolled around, and then now it's like at the end of the year. So I wanted to do a stream. Last stream for 2025, because I'm not streaming tomorrow. But yeah, we're going to be working on my model, my 2.0. Now, what I have had mental breakdowns over is my design. And that is something that I've also displayed in the Discord server just a little bit. So we're going to have to make some hard decisions, I think, on what our design will be. Or we just fuck around and find out and we just figure out something that works, I think. I've literally, the past couple of days, I've gone between like, I hate my design and I want to change it to actually my design is pretty okay. So yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Good job overcoming that. Thank you. It was a struggle. It was literally like the last struggle right before 2025 ended, you know? But struggles is my idea of trying Marvelous Designer to make clothes. I'm not even gonna touch any new program, to be honest, because that's too much. Let me just swap here. Ah, there we go. Thank you, Elder. Hello. Thank you for the check-in. I hope you're doing well. I've just realized the antlers are like sticking in my head, or maybe that's just with the egg redeem. I don't know. I don't know what redeems are on at the moment. I think some are. Should we just chuck them all on? I do have 3D today, so let's do that before we do anything else. Also, thank you for the head pat. I appreciate it. Let's see. Commands. No, not commands. Platforms, Twitch, Champion redeems. 3D only. Enable. It's still Christmas, I guess, which is why I have the antler, but let's do these ones as well. Okay, I think all of them, nearly all of them should be on. Yeah, that headband is not like sitting on top of my head, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So there's been a little bit of an update since you guys last saw it. I think we just finished Retopo on the last stream. And it's had a bit of a little bit of a change since then. So basically, the other day, Mr. Singy, you might know him, very kindly helped me out in basically just making the torso a little bit more defined. So the body has changed, and I can show you, like I've made the bodysuit because I made some clothing based on the initial design. So I think I can show you that without turning off the bodysuit. Basically, it's just a little bit more oomph, I guess. The reason why we came to this conclusion was because I was doing my design and I think I had a wider torso to start with. And I was losing my mind because, let me show you. So this is the design that I started off with, right? My 2.0 original. Proportions are way whack, right? But they kind of work. And then I did this one, right? Which this is this skirt. But what I didn't realize at the time was when I was drawing this is that the torso is tiny to make that contrast, right? To like have this be such like a contrasting shape. And to be honest, on the drawing, to me, it still looks good, but I couldn't replicate that in my model, like with the body I've selected, because I remember making the torso a bit wider than the sketch. Where's the sketch? I've, of course, not named anything well, like always. Let's see. Bodysuit old. Sorry. You might be able to hear I have a little bit of like a lingering, like a bit of a lingering cough from my sickness. Yeah, so it's still a little bit wider than the reference, but this was the OG reference, right? But we made it wider when we were doing the sculpting or the VTuber project, because I was like, well, I want a more realistic waist. That turns out doesn't work well with the outfit that I wanted. So what Singy helped me do was just shrink the waist a little bit and make it more similar to the reference that I made. So that's changed. And then I started making the top, which I made 2 of them. I made one that I based off of this one first with this thing. And then I realized, wait, I'm changing to this top now. Well, I'm gonna get to that. We're changing to something that looks like this top. So we can't do that. So I've basically gone back in and modified it again. And then I started the skirt, which is this. Which, can I put material? No, I need to do the render one. So I think I changed the, oh no, I did it in my version. Okay, so I made some changes. So this is meant to have a cutout on the top, right? This has not changed. This part is still in. But then I realized I wanted to be smart, right? So well, smart is something, that is a word. I wanted to try and be smart. So basically what I did is I've connected it both to this loop to try and reduce the polys, but still have that effect. And then on another file, which I'm just going to redo it on this one because I can't be bothered redoing it, like not redoing it, but like copying it and then stuff like that. So we're just going to do it again. But what I did essentially was I selected the loops that I wanted to have the cutout in. So it would be like, say this one. No, wait, that's wrong. I basically deleted this. And then I fixed these edges. And then I made this material, which is the same as all of these, to make it look like a cutout by same polys, if that makes sense. So we're gonna redo that. Now the problem is, there's many problems. The problem is that we kind of have a new version of the design. But hear me out, okay? I've been struggling with this quite a bit because it started off by not liking the sleeve, which I made. And I was like, you know what? I need something to change. It doesn't look right. Now the few things we're gonna keep 100% are the earrings, the color palette, so it uses like a specific value of purple. So color palette, I mean this purple, like nothing else. Like I prefer a white purple color scheme, but I'm happy to change it to different things. Those are the things that need to stay. Oh, and she's a cat. I did at some point think, you know what, maybe we should change the species. But no, cat. She will stay a cat. Hello, Dante. New version. Yes. Unfortunately, I frequently have a, oh, I need to change my design type of type of silly ideas. So we're gonna change design, but I'm hoping that what we're changing it to, like once it's on the 3D model, it will stay. Because otherwise it's a lot for me to redo. I'm just gonna have a cough. 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Yes, welcome. So let me show you what the newest variant is. It's gone through a couple of variants so far, but the newest one, actually, I've just changed it again, like literally an hour before stream. Let me just revert the change. Okay. So this is, I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm just gonna paste it into Blender, why not? Wait, I'm stupid. I can't just copy paste. Hang on. Anything you screenshot gets saved as a file, right? I know I had that thing set up, but I don't know if it works, so I'm just gonna grab the file. I swear it's already in a folder. Yeah, open screenshots folder. Oh god, this folder's massive. Large icons. Oh my god. Can I sort by date? It's already sorted by date, but that's a lie. It's not sorted by date. This entire folder's a mess. Okay. I'm just gonna save it, I guess. I'm just gonna save it into pictures. Why not? And then let's go to pictures. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. So this is the newest iteration of me, I guess, my 2.0. So that ignore which direction the skirt is in. I don't remember which direction I initially put in, but basically the skirt is the same. The leggings are different. The shoes are the OG shoes, but I don't know if we're gonna stick by them. I think the way that I've drawn them, like I've not drawn them very well, so they look odd, and I think that might be what's like messing with my brain. This was drawn over with a mouse, by the way. So that's why it doesn't look as nice as this sketch or even this drawing, because it's basically this body with this hair, and I just went into Clip Studio Paint and started drawing on top. So this top is the same, but this is going. This is gone. This goes on the choker thing instead. The leggings I'm not fully set on. I cannot for the life of me decide what goes there, and the same with the sleeve. Like I don't know what I want, but I think I want some kind of drawing glove, because I mean, I think my biggest hurdle with this, sorry, I'm just like absolutely like just ranting today. My biggest hurdle with all of this is that I didn't have a sense of theme for my character. Like I think what the original that we started with, my 2.0, she's cute, a bit incomplete. This sketch was never finished. But she was very much like an idol-esque clothing. And I didn't mind that until I realized I'm not an idol. I like, I'm taking singing lessons, but I don't think I'll ever be like an idol. Do you know what I mean? Like idol in the sense of like the outfit and clothing, like every sense of it is not me. But it looks good. It's cute. Yeah, thank you. Don't just naturally have a gem in your sternum. Shame. Well, also, hi TK. The idea was, this was a lore thing. This was meant to be like, it was meant to be like 3D modeling related. I don't know. I had a couple ideas. I thought if you twist it, something would happen. If you drag it out, something would happen. I had a couple of ideas on how, like, I kind of knew that I wanted some kind of crystal in my chest, like in my upper chest. for lore purposes, but I just didn't know what my lore was, and I didn't know what the purposes were. So yeah, I think someone the other day, because I've been consulting with a few people on like, what do I do? AK, I've like been like, hey, I have no fucking idea. At some point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on VGen and look for outfits, because clearly what I want is not working. And I couldn't find any outfits. And I also checked another site called Schema. All wonderful, beautiful designs, by the way. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I don't want these outfits because they suck. It was like, I don't want these outfits because they also don't feel like me, you know? But anyways, what I was gonna say. Okay, so idol equals slash not me, right? Like, that is not what I do. Like, if I was a VTuber who sang on stream or made singing content, like, this could pass, right? But no. So I was like, okay. I had my first identity crisis, and I drew this, which is, the skirt is a lot nicer. It still has that slit. It even has a see-through, like, it's technically double skirted. This is just transparent material. And it has a see-through part, which I like. As you can see, I like slits in skirts. As you can tell. So I think that was my idea. I wanted to do that. But this allowed me to have a more of like a full skirt feeling, but there's still a slit, you know, in some capacity or way. But then there were other parts of this design that didn't sit nice with me. And then there was the issue of, oh, there's two different hairstyles now. It's technically the same hair, but this is the hair down and this is the hair in a ponytail. Because I think at some point I had an identity crisis of like, well, if I'm like a VTuber and you can only see like this, you're not going to see much of the hair. The hair is kind of just not there, right? If you have the hair down, it's a lot easier to see. Like with me right now. Also, hello Zealander and hello Reckless. Welcome in both. I hope you guys are doing well. So I think with the hair, it's gonna be easy enough to make both. Easy, quotation marks. It's gonna be easy to make both and keep both. But it just requires a little bit of planning. I think for those, but I think the ponytail is gonna stay as the main hairstyle. I think I might just change it a little bit while I make it. Who knows? But now we're here. And this is the newest iteration. As I said, I'm still not super happy with the leggings. And what I did add, which I quite liked, is a little bracelet. Oh my god, if only... Ooh. That's not it. It's a little bracelet, but I can't speak. Bracelet. The idea was I'm probably going to change this from a crystal shape to a cube shape. And then, so these things, I'm going to make them purple and gold instead of green because I have a reason, okay? I know, nothing ends well with me starting this sentence this way, but I started by thinking, what do I make as a mascot? And basically, I am a Gemini. Like, I don't care too much about like astrology and stuff like that, but I am a Gemini. And then I thought, oh, well, why don't I make 2 characters for mascots? And that will be represented in those cubes. And that's how I'll spawn them or whatever. I don't know. I haven't fully gotten to the end of that yet. I'm already drinking for New Year's, so doing great. Oh, I'm happy to hear. I have work tomorrow, so no drinking for me yet. You're an AI? No, I'm not. I am a cat girl, I guess. I don't know what I am. I'm having an identity crisis. Hello, J Master. Welcome. Hey. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well too. I'm just for anyone who's joined right now or in the last 10 minutes, I'm just having a rant / explanation of like what's going on with my design and what we're going to do today. But Gemini is Google's AI. Google can go somewhere that I will never see them again. I try to be like family friendly there. Yeah, they have stolen the astrology sign. That's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm Gemini, as in like the astrology thing. I think it's astrology thing. I don't know. I'm born in June, and I am a Gemini. That's like all I know. But basically, I wanted 2 mascot characters because of that reason. Also, hello, Acadia. Gemini the AI. No, stop this. Oh, nice. I'm a virgin. Is that actually the astrology thing? I think it is, but I'm not sure. Not Gemini the AI. Oh my god. I can show the design for the actually. Do I have the drawing? I'm not finished on their designs either yet, but I basically started off with making rats because I love rats. It's kind of weird. Why am I a cat girl when I could be a rat girl? I love rats. But anyways, I'm a cat girl. So I'm going to have rat mascots. And I don't know if I've shown design on stream, actually. Let me get the... who did I send it to? Oh. I think I know. Let me just get it up for you guys. So the design is not yet done. Like anything else in this world that I make. Let me just save it to pictures. What the hell is WebP? Okay, that's fine. Can I save this as literally anything else? Like a JPEG or something? Let's try. Let's see if that works. Okay. So let me get pictures. It seems to work? Question mark? Ah, there we go. Oh, it's removed my other drawing. Anyway, that's fine. I'll bring it back. This is what I'm currently been working on. Jomfruen the Virgin. Really? I don't actually know the name in Norwegian. The more I think about it. Be a cat girl that does rat girl rap. What is what is rat girl rap? WebP is Google's new Google can suck my dick. Oh my god. Google new web format, they want to replace everything. Well, how about not? How about they don't? Okay, so the idea, there is no idea. I wanted them to have like a cube version, and then I wanted them to have like I need someone who draws cute rats, like cute chibified rats. It's not me, for the record. But they have a tail, cube tail, and they have these like, which it's kind of similar to what oh, it's gone. But hang on, let me just, let's see if I can get that back up. Ah, there it is. Okay. It's kind of similar to my bracelet. But, oh, sorry. I'm still learning. I'm using the new mouse, and I'm still learning how to use it. It's hard. Yeah, through Norwegian is the same word. No, I know, but I don't know if it's like Norwegian will sometimes just say the English word rather than make a Norwegian one. Do you know what I mean? Like no one, as far as I know, in Norway says like data machine, which means computer. Like you just say PC, which is PC, right? Like some stuff like that. I don't know if it's like actually translated and used. Alicia X Death is a rat queen VTuber. I think I've seen her design actually, and it's lovely. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I also love cats. So I think what happened was when I decided to make my 1.0, which is a cat, I was looking at thematics in terms of, like, I am from Norway. What type of animal can I be that it also is Norwegian, to try and tie that in? And I think what I ended up with was the Norwegian forest cat, which, to be honest, I look nothing alike. I have fluffy ears, but that is about it. So, I think, I don't know. I thought there's not really, as far as I know, there's no like Norwegian rat type. The rats that I was looking at, was the, oh, what do they call it? It's like the one with the big ears, which is kind of like what this one is. They have like downturned, cute, big ears. Maybe they're called Dumbo rats. I'm not sure, but I'm a cat with rat creatures, I guess. That's how we roll. But they can also be cubes. So I think that's why I want to turn these into cubes, so they can, like, this is where they spawn. I can do like a Ben 10 and just like smash that like button and then they like spawn. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet, but most common Norwegian animal is the common Swede. What are you talking about? I don't know if you're trolling. An elk? Well, I wanted to be like either a cat or a rat. I didn't want to be like some random animal that I had no ties to. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really love cats and I really love rats. I used to have pet rats. You should also always have more than one rat, by the way, if you ever get any yourself, because they like to be together. So my idea was, well, if I need to get more than one, I'm gonna get 3. Because then if one dies, there's still 2 left, and I don't have to like frantically go and get another rat anytime soon. I don't have the rats anymore, but this was years ago. Rats are amazing though. They're amazing pets. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Yeah, this is where we are now. So my thought for today was the skirt seems to be one of the few consistent things. So we're going to continue on with the skirt. And the bodysuit is also one of the more consistent things. The only thing that really changes is the sleeves and the leggings. And the shoes, I haven't decided yet. The shoes, I think I've just drawn poorly. Like, I have these shoes, IRL, like very similar shoes. So I think I just need to model them from the IRL shoe. And then maybe we add some stuff on. I don't know. But yeah, this has been driving me bonkers for like the past couple days. While I've been like learning my mouse and stuff like that. And taking it easy. Are they like folklore / mythical creatures from that area? Just out of curiosity. Well, we have Norse mythology. Trolls. Trolls is like a very Norwegian thing. Or maybe just a Scandinavian thing. I don't know. I feel like a lot of Scandinavian countries, they overlap in terms of like culture and folklore and stuff like that. Trolls is a big one. I don't really want to be a troll VTuber, I'm not gonna lie. But I think you have Norse mythology, which has some stuff. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Lauren Kangaroo. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know about troll VTuber. I think troll VTubers, like, if it's done well, could be really cool. Like, if you go for like a League of Legends troll, I think that like could be pretty cool. So there's a couple I've just googled. It's Viking mythical animals and Norse mythology mythical animals. I swear there's a few wolves. A wolf, Fenrir, is one. So you have like wolf. There's a rat. No, not a rat. That's a squirrel. Why is it called rat? Okay, anyway. There's a couple of different options. There's ravens. There's a serpent. There's a horse with, my god, 8 legs. There's Valkyrie. There's a couple of, what is this website? Twinkle. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of different options. I decided I really like cats and rats. So I'm gonna be simple. But I think that's my pitfall. I don't have like a very strong theme that also is unique. Also, hi Cupid, welcome. Also, thank you so much for the check-in. And thank you for the check-in, Cylinder. I don't have like a strong thematic thing. And I think that's been my pitfall. Because now I'm like, do I go full balls to the wall and go like a full Nordic look? And put myself in that pit? Or do I do something else, like 3D modeling related? Do you have any tips to make sculpting the body less lumpy in Blender? So sorry, I was mid-around and didn't see a message there. I would say abuse the shit out of the sculpt brush. Obviously, like, you said sculpting, right? Yeah. So I would say abuse the sculpt brush. Sculpt brush? What am I saying? The smooth brush. Jesus. There's smooth here. I'd say that one, but obviously you can get into a bit of a pitfall where it gets too smooth. So I would mess around with, personally, inflate and smooth. I think those are really good ones. I don't actually, this might be like super awful advice, but I don't really use the clay or the, what is it? It's like clay strips, clay and clay thumb. I don't really, or in draw. I sometimes use draw, but I mostly just inflate everything. Oh, and snake hook. Snake hook is like the best tool as well. So yeah, I would just say use the smooth tool, and there you go. That is a really, really good brush. And references. Because sometimes you want a little bit of lump in certain places. VTuber with 8 legs would be kind of funny. I mean, there's like spider VTubers. Ratatoska is a Norse animal. He is in God of War. Is he actually? He just looks like a normal squirrel according to the picture, which isn't very fun. Yeah, there's apparently a world serpent. There's a dragon. Okay, I didn't know about this one. Oh, and there's kraken, of course. Like, just be squid, you know? But yeah, I think there's... See, the problem with me is, like, I don't know much about Norse mythology. Like, I had a big interest in it when I went, like, when I was in school, and we had a little bit of, like, knowledge about it. Like, we learned about it. But I feel like if I was gonna be a Norse mythology VTuber, I feel like I would want a lot of knowledge about Norse mythology, because you bet there will be people that will jump in and have questions. And I feel like, I don't know, if I didn't, I guess you don't have to be like super knowledgeable in it, but I feel like it would help, right? It would help with the lore and everything, you know? I always fight a ginger with a hammer when he gets drunk. What? If you want to be a rat, be a rat. That is true, but I don't know if I want to be a rat. Like, if I want to change everything to be a rat, if that makes sense. I think I'm okay being a cat. I think I just... maybe my 3.0, I'll become a rat. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes the lumpiness can be caused by topology issues as well, and carefully used Dyntopo can help fix that up. That is true. That is like an actual good advice, other than abuse the shit out of the smooth brush. I would say that topology, like, if it's not... is it even that I'm thinking of? Because sometimes if you like have lots of different bits that you join together and you connect, the topology might be a little bit messed up. So you could do the what's it called? It's Dyntopo, or you could remesh it to get it all to be like the same even topology, and that might just fix your issue after smoothing. Because whenever you remesh it, for me anyway, it gets really not nice looking. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to drinking. Have fun. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have good time drinking. And Happy New Year. I know it's tomorrow, but I might not see people tomorrow, so thank you so much for the lurk. I would 100% support a full Nordic Viking VTuber. See, that's the thing. I also don't want to put myself into a hole. Like, just because I'm Nordic, I have to be a Viking. Do you know what I mean? I know for a fact it's not a topology issue. If you have any pictures of, like, the lumpiness you're talking about, I'd be happy to have a look. I don't know. I think my problem might be the brush strength in my technique. Brush strength in my technique. Do you use a pen with a thing, or do you use a mouse? Going to bed? No worries, Axie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good stream. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a good night's sleep, and if I don't speak to you tomorrow, then I hope you have a happy new year as well. Okay, so I've ranted for like 40 minutes now. I think we're actually gonna jump into it, and we're gonna make these changes that we want to make. As I said, we're just gonna focus on the skirt first, and then we'll... Oh, I completely forgot. I went on to like a complete tangent and diverted. I think we're talking about the size of the body, like why I made the waist smaller. But basically, it was just to get a nicer ratio with the skirt. And then I think, don't quote me on this, I think Zingy buffed the chest as well. Hi Zingy, there you are. I think you buffed the chest to make the ratio look better as well. So I was just telling everyone that maybe I buffed it, I don't know. That you helped me out with the torso. Oh, and then after that, I had to like connect everything back together. But the body is technically done. We just need to finish the clothing. Don't humph. What was I gonna say? Okay, so let's get out of sculpt mode. Oh, Zingy, by the way, this is the latest iteration where I am. I've been talking to a few people trying to like figure out like something that makes sense to me, and I think I'm getting there. But I think what we need to decide on first is, do I like, which side does the fringe go on, and should I alternate the skirt cut based on that? Maybe that might be good actually. So we're gonna do the fringe on this side, so we're gonna have to cut it on this side, I think. So let me just show you what I was talking about a little bit earlier about the material stuff. So if we just make a new one, call it skirt, and then we'll make another one, call it underskirt. The idea, sorry, was that I would select all of these and assign them to underskirt. Let's just make them like this, and then we'll turn down the alpha a little bit. And then, oh, actually, hang on. Skirt. What color is my skirt? It's like purple. I think it's the same purple as, actually, hang on. I know the hex code. There we go. That's the general idea, right? But we wanna cut it. Looking slay. Thank you. Basically, when I'm sculpting, I'm using a draw pen, and it was an issue when I was having for the character I was trying to make plus size, and then when I was trying to make baggy pants, the issue came up again. I think, I don't, as I mentioned earlier, I don't use the draw pen that much, but I think what I would recommend if you're making a plus size character, using the inflate very slowly will probably be your best friend, and maybe swapping it with a little bit of blob as well. You want to be careful on the blob though, because the blob has the opportunity to make it a bit too lumpy as well. So I think inflate is a good one, and then just a little bit of blob if you think you need it, but turn the strength down and then just do it slowly. I think if you start off with a non-plus size character and then try and make it plus size, it will require a bit of a trial and error, but I think your best friend will be references in that case, because it can be quite difficult at times just getting it right, you know? Like, it's easy with like simple shapes like leg. I've just realized what the hell is going on here. I think I fucked up the legs a bit. What is going on? Hang on. Let me use inflate actually. Which, oh, it's this side. Oh, and smooth I think always is at what's it called? Starts on 0.7 for me for some reason. Yeah, I was trying to make the mesh bigger. Yeah, so I think in that case, inflate will probably be your best friend. Like, inflate just generally does a good job of not like making things lumpy, as long as you have a big brush size. If you have a small one, okay, that's too small. Like you're still gonna have to try really hard to make it get lumpy. But if you do something like a blob, it will make lumpy way quicker. So it's just something to keep in mind. I don't know if draw has the same, like, yeah, if you make it too small, it's gonna make it lumpy real quick. But definitely try inflate to see if that helps a bit more. I think I might need to change some of the topology here because I think this is causing a bit of an issue. What's this side? Actually, maybe I can do the lax side. Okay, hang on. Let's just quickly fix this, I think. I don't know if I'm like allowed to remove the clothing. Let me just remove the skirt for a second. And we just get rid of... Ooh. Just gonna move these around for a bit. So I should probably use the smooth brush to try and make it unlumpy. I can share a picture. Yes, the smooth brush I think is probably going to be your best friend. If you want to send a picture, go ahead. I don't think there's going to be anything stopping you from sending a link. So I can have a look if you want. You can also join my Discord server if that's easier to put the picture in there. I can give you the Discord link. Just depends what your preference is. How can I just terminate this nicely? Maybe... Oh. Where did you go? You went down here. Okay, that's fine for now. So I'll just connect you to... I'll connect you here. Then I'm just gonna take you down here instead. Okay, that's a bit better. Right, so let's get this skirt back. Okay. So the idea is I'm using subdivision on this, so I don't know if maybe I shouldn't use subdivision yet, but let me just get the image. Where is it? So we actually want the slit on this side. So let me just flip this one to make it a bit more accurate. Like we want the hair on this side, so we want the slit on that side as well. I think that's... Oh, actually no. No, we decided to have the slit on the reverse side, so we want the slit on this side. Okay. If you want to see it, I can upload it to the 3D art channel. Hang on. Yeah, of course. Feel free to post it there. Maybe you've already posted there. Let me have a look. Oh, okay. I kind of see what you mean. Do you have, what was I gonna say? Could you show the wireframe just so I can see, like, have a look at what's going on there? I think, yeah, for these lumpier bits, I think it's definitely better to use the smooth brush to try and get around that. The extra topo on the inner thigh is interesting, though. There is a muscle there that generally sticks out a bit more. So I think this is one of the things that Zingy added. It just looked a bit square with the way that it was. I might change the topology on this one because I'm not a fan of using this many triangles so far. I say as I have 2 triangles here that I put in myself, but you know what I mean. I think I might just want to change it a little bit. But I don't... The thing is, I don't know how safe it is to do it on stream. So I'm not sure if I wanna make those changes. Like take the clothing off and completely make those changes. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, okay. So skirt. So I wanted to have this slit on this side. So how big do I want to make this slit? I'm gonna say, just get rid of the references for a bit. I'm gonna say like this. So I think what we need to do is we just need to select these. Oh. See, why is that? Oh. Oh. Okay, let me do that. So the idea, oh, we need to do these ones as well. Is that we'll do something like this. And then we'll go in here and assign these to the underskirt instead. We're gonna have to fix the shape because the shape isn't that great at the moment, but that's the easiest way that I found to save the most amount of topology with like this skirt, because I could just double model it, right? But I don't know if that's gonna be too much. On its way to looking very cool though. Thank you. Thank you. I think I just need to, I need to turn off the mirror thing here. Just try and have it like nicely rest without clipping. That I guess is the is the hurdle, isn't it? Because they're both connected. Maybe I should add another loop here. I uploaded the wireframe? Okay, let me have a look. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely dense enough. You probably, what you could probably do to make it a bit easier to work with, because right now it might be a bit hard to work with because you have so much topology, is you could retopo it to remove some of the topology. So just, sorry, not retopo, well, you could retopo, but remesh is what I meant, sorry. So you could use the remesh and then just make it a bit easier to work with. And then once you have a shape you want, you could then increase the topology if you wanted. Only keep in mind that when you do the remesh, it might remove some of the details. You might have to go back in and sculpt that, but that might be an easier way to approach it. Just because it's at the moment, it seems to be a very dense mesh, which can cause a bit of problems down the line if you're not at like your final result, if that makes sense. That's the way I've understood it anyway, is always to start off with just enough topology that you need and then make it denser and denser the more details you require. I will think about it, but it is work in progress. I'm not done yet. Oh yeah, no, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Anything I say usually can always just be taken as advice, and you can't tell me to fuck off. Don't necessarily have to take my advice, because half the time it's only advice that I give because that's what I do. It's not necessarily like the best way to do things. But that's because I don't know better, if that makes sense. Hang on, is that... there's a few areas where it's clipping, so we just need to make sure those are correct. Okay. So I think that... oh wait, hang on. Is this clipping? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, this has gone like way below. Not way below. There we go. I wonder if I should make the alpha, just make it go up. Just so I can make sure there's no... I say no, very little clipping. Now, I don't know if this is going to be more or less pain for me when it comes to weight painting. I think that's something I'm going to have to figure out and think, oh shit. Because you think there'd be less, right? I mean, you can't 100% eliminate it with like a skirt design like this. Because the other option is to just fully model both skirts, and then you're like, oh, well, that's definitely going to cause you issues, you know? I just believe the more topology, the easier it is to sculpt, and when it's done, then retopologize to make it low polyish. I mean, you could do that. I think just in my experience, because I've messed around in Nomad Sculpt a few times, which is an iPad app for sculpting. It's quite nice. But when I've messed around and tried to learn the program and stuff, sometimes I've like over subdivided it, and then I go, oh shit, it's very hard to like do anything with like big changes, I guess is the word. Sort of a weird cheat for weight painting these kind of layer skirts is to weight paint the upper layer first, then duplicate it below for a perfect match on the weights. Duplicate it. The skirt? Or like, do you mean like transfer the weight painting? Let's see. Okay, I think that's... no, wait. I'm like way not correct about this. Hang on. Since the skirt is layered in two meshes that you wouldn't want to clip. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that would be a good way if I did do the double skirt route. Like the fully. Because right now I think it's only these two layers that are connected and like overlapping. Okay. So this was... oh god. The butt. It sticks out so much. It sticks out so much. It's deformed the skirt a bit. I think I need to fix that. Oh, I just noticed that it wasn't a double skirt. Yes. See, that's the thing. I thought, like, originally I'd done, like, full-on skirts. If I needed to take one off, right? And put one back on, I would do that. But this is my model. I can't be fucked. So, I'm just gonna do it this way, I think. We should save a bit on the topology as well. Got that bakery. I'm not sorry. Oh, Singy. I mean, you're not wrong. You did give me a bakery and a half. But yeah, I think it's just deformed the skirt a little bit. So I'm gonna see if I can snake hook it back. I cannot. It's right there. I cannot. I mean, I guess I could... no, I don't want to shrink it. I don't... if anything, it needs to go a bit out, actually. We call that artistic liberty. I think maybe it's just... do you know what it is? I think it's just the shape I need to fix. Like, if I can just pull, like, the right areas out. Like, look how big this is compared to this. I think that's the play. Blasphemy, do not shrink the cake. I meant temporarily as a shape key. Don't worry. Don't worry. I would never dream of shrinking the cake. He's right, you know. It's the rules. Oh, Lord. Hang on. I don't know if this is mirrored now because oh no, it's not. Shit. Because I've had to make that slit, everything like mirror-wise is broken. Oh, that's a pain. Oh well. I should have just made the slit in the end, but here we are, making bad decisions. I guess I could select like everything except for the slit and do symmetrize, maybe? Question mark? What's going on here? I swear I just fixed this. I guess not. Like if I just select like this, but like not these. And then do... Oh wait, hang on. What the hell? Okay. "20 failed." Wait, does it not give a shit about what I've selected? Oh, I also think I'm being silly. I think that... 20 failed anyway. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Your chest have pokies? What? Mine? Oh, you mean these? It's just a, what's it called? The mesh underneath is like clipping through. I don't know why. I think it's when I just zoom in and out. Let's see, does that look a bit better? I think that looks better. I think we're gonna take our break. So, we're gonna take 3 minutes just to get rid of ads and crap. But we're gonna pause. So we're not gonna do anything for those 3 minutes. We're just gonna wait. Well, you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna maybe just get a drink in those 3 minutes and then we'll be back. All right? There's a timer and everything. It's very fancy. In case you haven't seen it before. It's just Blender viewport clipping shenanigans. Blender's a little ass when it comes to mesh clipping. Yeah, no, it is. I don't think it's anything to worry about because like it's only when you zoom in and out, so it's fine. But yeah, we're gonna take our little break. Back in about 3 minutes. Get yourself a cup of tea or a coffee, depending on what you drink. I'm gonna get myself... Actually, I don't know. I have a little bit of Monster left, I've just realized. I might get myself a Fanta. So yeah. B.O.B. Hello, welcome back. Also, thank you so much for the raid, Dumo. How was your stream? You were just playing Hollow Knight? I actually, secretly, was able to catch a bit of your stream the other day. But I couldn't have the audio on, so I don't know if you noticed. Also, welcome in, raiders. I'm Zenny. I like to do 3D models. I've been coming back from a little bit of a break because I was sick, and my wrist was being a nightmare. But I think we're back. I think we're okay. Still taking it easy. But yeah, I do 3D models. I also draw 2D sometimes. I think that's about it. I sometimes also play video games. But yeah, very rarely these days. I was suffering terribly. Oh no! Was it just difficult? I've not played Hollow Knight yet. I watched, what was it, the other game that came out? Silksong? When that one came out, there were lots of people saying that Hollow Knight was just Silksong's tutorial, basically. and that it was really difficult. And you know me, I'm not very good at difficult games, but yes, bosses just are so hard. I can imagine. It's like Dark Souls, but tuned, isn't it? Right, we're working on the skirt. I think it's the fact like we want to retain the same shape all throughout. I think it's this like curviness. Not curviness, but like the wave. It's cute, Dark Souls. Yeah, that's generally what I've seen. I wish it wasn't. Was it? I wish it was like a simple game for simple people like me. But that might land me in jail by saying that. Let's see. I think that's a bit better. Have I pushed like the back a bit further down accidentally? I feel like I might have. How's it going anyway? It's good. It's good. For the first 40 minutes of the stream, I was just telling everyone what we're doing with my design, what's gonna happen. The answer is I don't know. Because I'm so indecisive. But we're gonna try and get as far as we can. Let me quickly show you actually. So where are my references gone? So ignore this one for now. Don't worry about that one. Wait, shit, where's it gone? Is it just disappeared again? Oh, bastard. Okay. I don't know where I designed. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, so this is like our newest iteration of design. But this is not the final one. I don't know. We're probably gonna figure it out. But we're just gonna do like the top and the skirt. And then we're gonna see how far we get. Maybe we'll start the shoes. Or maybe we'll just work on the hair. I don't know. I haven't decided, but we'll get there. I think. I hope. I think the skirt is like pretty okay for now though. I think there are a couple parts I want to fix, but like I don't like how it like shoots out like this. I want it to be like smooth, you know? But the problem with that is the clipping. How's it going with you though? Like generally. Oh, I got new, so I have a headset and I got new like ear, like, you know, the ear pads for them for Christmas. Thank you, Visu. They're very comfortable, but they're bigger than the original ones, I think. So I'm starting to like, because I'm weird. I have like one ear off and one ear on my headphones. And that's like usually fine because my head is just used to it now. But I think the size difference, my head doesn't like it. Like it needs to get used to it again. So my ears get a bit irritated. It's all good here. Still on Christmas break, so just relaxing and playing Hollow Knight. Relaxing and playing Hollow Knight. Those are two words I did not know could be used together. I did finish one of my gloves. Hey, let's go. Were you able to sew the thumb on? Okay, I think this is okay for now. I might go back in and adjust, but if I stay on one thing for too long, I'm gonna lose my mind. So we're gonna move on, as they say. Yep, thumbs are all attached. Let's go. So do you have to like regularly make new ones? Or is it just like one a year? Oh, it's my mama. Hi, Lucy. Hello. Welcome in. We're working on my clothes today. Well, what I have decided for my clothes. It's still a work in progress. Oh, we need to fix this. Because with the recent version, it's like it goes all the way up to the booba and then it goes down. So we're gonna have to adjust it a little bit. But hang on, let's just make sure this is as tight as it can be. It can be. Okay, so that's good. So let's be very simple and just grab this. No, that didn't work. Right, I'll do manual. Like maybe like this, but we do need to pull it up because it needs to go like... Basically, it needs to go up here. But maybe we just need to pull... Actually, let's pull this up here. And then have this follow the shape. Heck yeah, wait, you wear clothes? Sometimes. Sometimes. I wish I had like a proper fashion sense, you know? Like some girlies are just better at it than me. Like immersion break. Immersion break, warning. I'm literally wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt right now because I don't have much fashion sense. Like the few times I'll go out, I'll wear like a single hoodie. Well, it's not even a hoodie, it's like a sweater. You know, in like cartoons when they have like one outfit, that's basically me IRL when I go out and talk to people. When I'm home, I'll wear different things, but no, my immersion. I know, I'm sorry. Well, technically, I need a new pair maybe every 6 months if I'm lucky. The stuff I handle at work can be hard on my gloves. Ah, okay. If you need anything similar to that, I can try to recreate it in Infinity Nikki. I appreciate that. I think I've just been losing my brain trying to like get something that looks decent. So at this point, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna make it in 3D, and if I make it, unless I really hate it, I'm just gonna keep it. Because otherwise, I will never finish my design. There will never be a 2.0. But I think for my 3.0, I'm just gonna pay someone to make it. Because at this point, I've realized I'm not a designer. Okay, this looks okay. I think we might need a few more loops to make it a bit more like form-fitting the way that I'm sensing it. Because we don't want to do this. So I think... Can I just like do this and then... I just put a loop here. Am I not allowed? Oh, it doesn't even go this side? Okay, so if I just do this... Aha! There we go. Do you want to see the dress idea I was thinking of getting for my new outfit of my 2D model? Oh, yeah. Feel free to share. Hang on. If you want to share with the class, I'll give you permit. Lucy. There we go. If you just want to share it in DMs, you can also do that. Depends on how secret it is. It's on Pinterest? Oh, yeah. You can just share it then. That should be fine, I think. Let's see. Okay, I think that's okay. German Pinterest. Sorry, I just saw the D. Let me open it up. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, it's like an actual, there's a video of it and everything as well. That's really good. I can just imagine like the dangly bits though. The dangly bits are gonna be a lot to draw for your 2D artist. But it will look really good, I think. If you're getting like the similar dangly bits. Let's see. Oh, okay. So skirt. How are we feeling so far? Let's add the skirt. I think we're feeling okay, but I think this needs to go outside, like the skirt. I mean, to be fair, this needs to actually connect. So we might do that at some point. I'll have to see. But I'm liking it so far. Let's get the references back up. Let's see. What were we, where? Oh, this only shows. There, wait, no. Huh? Oh, there we go. This only shows here. So we have this, which probably needs to be, yeah, that probably needs to be a little bit further down. Actually, let me take the skirt off real quick. Yeah, that needs to go down, right? Like I'm thinking like here. Yeah, okay. So we will need to modify the skirt. Because right now it needs to go more like here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's see what else. So we've made this slit on the alternative side. Now we have the choice at the moment of the things that are finished. We have the choice of, do we go with, oh my god, what's going on? Do we go with fixing the top or the bodysuit? Or do we go with adding like the hair and stuff? I don't know. I can't decide. I don't want to do the tail yet. The tail is going to be a nightmare. So I don't want to start with the tail. I guess we can fix up the bodysuit a bit because it's a little bit not exactly how I want it. I know that we've used this as a reference. I guess we can just continue using this as a reference, but just want to make it like smooth. Does this use something? Oh, now it does. Oh, that's why it wasn't smooth. Okay. Now it's pretty smooth, so. Why was I not using subdiv on this one? I don't know. Anyways. Probably because this one has like a billion polys. 19,000. Oh, yeah, we might apply it and then like remove a bunch because that is a lot. Like I like the smoothness it gives, but that is a lot. Why is it getting more like jagged in this area? Because it's a triangle. Why is it a triangle? Hang on. Well, I'll be on my way again. No worries. Thank you so much for stopping by, Lucy. I hope you have a good evening, and if I don't talk to you by the new year, then I hope you have a happy new year. I think that's it. Oh, because this is a triangle as well. How fix? I mean, we can just do this right now and then resolve whatever appears when we apply the subdiv. Probably sounds like the best plan. Alternatively, we could shift it. I'll probably be drunk tomorrow, but yeah, that is completely fine. I'm gonna be working tomorrow, unfortunately. But I might get half a day off. I don't know. We know on the day, so we'll see. I think because these are thingy, I'm gonna try and shift it and see if that works. So no, but that won't work, will it? Actually, it might still work. You didn't see that? No, that won't work. Because we have that material. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep it like that. Actually, we have another thing here as well. And we should probably get rid of that one, and then yeah, we'll resolve these as it, because that will look like, let's see, what does that look like? If I turn optimal display off. That will look like that. So what we can do is we can just do this and remove these and then do the same here. Just so we don't increase the amount of polys. I think that's, yeah, that's a shout. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Actually, I've just realized it's using the same topology as a body, and I've applied subdiv, so that's going to cause issues. I think we need to actually leave subdiv off. Which is probably why it was off in the first place. And then we will just do that back again. But what I will do is I'll go in with a... This is vertex paint. This is not what I need. Smooth? Question mark? No, not smooth. I returned. Welcome. Welcome back. See, I think this is where it's a bit difficult without subdiv on to get it like really smooth. Let's turn the references off for a second. Like, I think we actually need to add more poly to make that area smooth. And hang on, this area. And I guess that's all right if we're not going to apply something. Got any fun New Year Eve plans? So I don't think we do. I think the last couple of years we've just ended up playing Tabletop Simulator with a couple of friends, which has been fun. And I'm gonna, unless there's something I don't know about, I think that's what we're gonna end up doing this year as well. Ooh. Well, yeah, we don't really have any plans other than that. What about you? Do you have any fun plans? This needs to be like as smooth as it can be. What kind of games you play on Tabletop Sim? Good question. I don't remember the names. I think last time we played some kind of game. I'm just trying to like remember what it was. I think it basically there was some kind of like witch or some kind of thing orb, and you had to pull out a card and it had a letter and you had to like say something with that letter. I don't know. I could be completely mistaken. But it was a lot of fun. And then the year before that, I think we played not werewolf, but something that had different roles, and you had to pay tax. And you could choose to not pay tax. But that would be bad, because you could be bad if you didn't pay tax. I don't know. I don't remember these names. But it was a lot of fun. That's what I remember. It's like how if anyone ever makes you upset, you might not remember what they said after some time, but you will definitely remember how they made you feel, right? I hate werewolf. I don't think I've properly played a game of werewolf, or maybe I have and I sucked at it. I'm not very good at social deduction games because I hate to lie. And even if I do try and lie, I'm not very convincing. So I feel like if I do play something like that, I get booted pretty quickly. So I'd like to be the announcer. Yeah, I'm not very good at bluffing games. But do you know what's actually been fun? So while I had my wrist be a bit messed up, I was looking around and I like games I could play that had low impact on my wrist so that I didn't go completely insane. And one game that came up, because the anime is currently running, is I think I butchered his name, but it's Gnosia or something. It's a lot of fun, but it is actually a werewolf style game, but it's single player, so you're not playing against anyone, which I think is a savior, because like lying towards NPCs is one thing, but lying to people is another thing, you know? It's actually really fun. And the story is also good. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm not very good at the game, so I prefer the anime, but I have played the game quite a bit to get like to give it a try, you know? Um but it's still difficult. Even though you're against NPCs, they can send you to in the game it's called cold sleep, which is basically just death. They can choose to send you there. No problem. But there's like an overarching story to it. I think the game itself is quite old now. I could be lying. Let me Google that. I lied. It came out in 2019. But actually, to be fair, in my defense, that is quite old. That is... No, it's not that old. I was gonna say it's 2 years, like, it's 8 years ago, but that's a lie. That's definitely a lie. It's like, how many... Oh, shit. Let me get the calculator up. It's 6 years ago. That is a long time. So I wasn't that far off in my defense. In my defense. But yeah. You should check it out. is my thought about it. And if you don't care for the game, you should at least check out the anime, because the anime is a lot of fun. I cried. An anime is not good unless I cry. What was it called again? Gnosia? Gnosia? It's Gnosia. I don't know how it's meant to be pronounced, but... Gnosia? Yeah. That's the one. It's on Steam, I think. Is it on sale? I wonder. Gnosia. Maybe it's on Christmas. It's on 30% according to Google. Also, the art is really pretty. It's a more like So in the game, it's a more like semi-realistic art style, but in the anime, it's to be fair, in the anime, it's still a more semi-realistic art style, but is more anime in the anime. I feel like it's more like Persona art style in the anime compared to game, but in the game, it's like shaded with like a very semi-realistic style. It's very beautiful. Also, agree, sad anime are the best. I do need my anime to break my spirit. It's just true though. Like if you don't cry, are you feeling anything at all? You know? I feel like the chest needs a bit more loops. But I don't want it to go back into the belly. God damn it. I think it'll be fine. To be fair, I say that, but one of them, I wouldn't call it slop, but we very recently finished Witch Watch, which we've been putting off for a bit, just because we were watching other stuff. And the anime itself is actually really good. It's, if you've ever seen, what's it called? Psychic. It's very similar to Psychic in the humor and even in the style a little bit. But that show probably made me cry more times than like any other show that I watched that season. And for like the not the dumbest shit, but like the smallest stuff. Like it just made me tear up all of a sudden. It was very annoying because I wanted to watch it for like the fun and the giggles, you know? Wait, what the huh? Wait, am I? How did I do that? I don't know. Did you ever watch Clannad? I did watch Clannad many, many years ago, and I think I started after the story, and I did cry, but I haven't watched it in ages. I think the art style in that one, it's a bit too on the nose for me. Like, I used to be like a complete art style snob. I'd be like, oh, if it doesn't look like this, then I'm not watching it. And I don't think I'm like that anymore. But Clannad's art style is just something else. Like, it's very, very extreme, I'd say. But I like Clannad. I like the story of it. It's just, not that I remember the story. Don't ask me what the story is. I don't remember. But I remember the feeling it gave me, you know? And I liked what I watched when I watched it. It's kind of the same with like Higurashi. Higurashi is not very, well, it's a little bit sad, but it's not like it's gonna make you bawl. It's more it's gonna make you cringe because, not because the show's bad, but because it's like violence. It's still very good. But the original art style was a bit on the nose. I guess it was fitting for the time. But trying to watch it like after that, it's hard. It's difficult. Then again, they did like a season 2, season 2.5 or something, which had a better art style, and I quite like that one. I'm like this. If I don't like art style just a little bit, I don't want to watch it. Hi, Choki. Yeah, I used to be really bad, like really, really bad with that type of stuff. But now I think, now I'm more willing to watch something regardless of your art style. But then you have stuff like One Piece that I can't watch because the art style is, for one, it is really long, and for two, the art style just really puts me off. Even like the newer one looks okay, but it's not like, it still is the one, like, One Piece art style. And I know people who love One Piece are gonna be like, oh my god, you're so stupid, why don't you watch One Piece? But yeah. So basically, to help me, I should do a big brush with a low setting strength, right? I would say so. So for the smooth, to be fair, with any brush, I would recommend doing a lower strength and a bigger brush. Obviously depending on what you're doing. But for stuff like smoothing and infillating, I would say that is the best play, yeah. Just taking it slow, taking it like step by step. Obviously, you can decrease the brush whenever you want, but to make like wider changes, slowly, just decrease the strength and then make a bigger brush. But don't make it so big that it affects things you don't want to affect if you have like multiple parts and stuff. Sometimes it might be best to chop the model up into pieces so that you don't affect things that you already like the size of or the look of. Been years since I saw it, and yeah, looking back at the art style, it is a bit interesting. It's a little bit on the nose, but then you have shows like Asumanga Daioh, which I'm probably butchering, apologies, which is an amazing show that I've never finished. But it's one of the few shows that I actually had merch of when I was younger. And that, even that art style is a bit hard to watch. Not as hard as Clannad, but you can see that it's old. And it is an old show. I'm pretty sure the show aired in a different aspect ratio, like when I tried to rewatch it. But I don't know if that was just like the video that I was watching, but yeah, it ran from 1999 to 2002. But Asumanga Daioh is also, again, really good. And it's really funny. It's just like a school live, slice of life type anime. How do you like my outfit, Shoki? I'm getting there. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Actually, wait, you have a bodysuit, right? Am I crazy for remembering that? Or am I crazy for misremembering? Hang on, sorry, I'm just stalking your Twitter real quick. No, you have a skirt. I'm misremembering. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. I thought you had a bodysuit, but no, you have a skirt. Let me go. Where is it? I look so angry. Oh, I'm experimenting with a separate nose mesh. I think it was... Who was it? I swear it was... Maybe I'm misremembering again. But I swear it was Cubed who has a separate nose mesh on one of his models. And ever since then, like ever since I saw it, I was like, oh, I should try that. And then I just haven't tried it up until now. And I think now, today's the day that I want to try it. So we're trying it. I might need to adjust it a bit. Also, something interesting that I saw was it was one of the animating, what are they called? Is it Amethyst? City Pop Anime Girl Blender Rig by Dylan Gu. And they have a really cute character called Amethyst, which I think is used for... It's meant to be used for like animation and stuff, right? I bought it. And I was very surprised when I look at the character in like with the mesh and stuff, because their nose was wide. Like they had I want to experiment with this at another point, but they basically had like oh god, what am I doing? They had like quite a wide nose, not like this, but very wide and very square nose. But it worked really well with what type of like normals they were using and the outline. Like when they moved like further than, I don't know how to explain it, but basically if you look straight ahead, it looked fine. And if you look to the side, the outline looked really nice with that style of nose. Like it basically hit it when it went too far, which was good. That's kind of what you want, right? You don't want the outline nose to be visible all the time. Which it is right here. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it out. Does this work? No, it doesn't. I want my nose out. Nose? Oh my god. I want my nose outline to be visible all the time. Really? Even from the side? Would you not want like the outline to be... Because if I'm using this, it probably won't be as consistent with the other... Yes? Okay. Never mind. Sorry. I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm speaking for... from preference, okay? But yeah, it was really interesting how they did the nose. But that's something I'm going to experiment with another time, I think. Okay, so skirt. We have skirt, waist, this. Okay. What are we? I feel like the top looks fine now. It looks okay. I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is Twitch safe. Unless you like start looking down here. But I think we'll have bigger issues if you do that. But I think even with this hole, I think it's okay, right? Like you're gonna be looking at it from this. These are also gonna be more squish, by the way. They're not gonna be like, they're gonna be like proper squish. You won't even be able to like look down. But I feel like that is okay. I feel like Twitch will not smite me. Because I've looked at that the infograph thing that they have. Well, they don't have it. Someone made something that looks really good. And it's basically like, yeah, do it like this way or do it like that way. And I think it should be okay. Okay, so what are we doing next? Let me get the references up. So I guess we need to add the crystal to the color. We can do that. And then we need to like make a decision. Do we want to make shoes or do we want to work on hair maybe? I think it's safer to do the shoes and the hair before we do any of the other details because that gives me a bit more time to make a decision. So I think what do we need to do? Let's just make the crystal real quick. I think it's just going to be a very simple shape. So my brain was thinking, let me just do a world origin there. No, wait, that's not it. Cursor to selected. There we go. If we just add a, so there's a shape for this. I mean, we can just do a plane. I've just realized we might need to lower this. Possibly. For some reason, every damn time that I try and select it, it doesn't let me. Let's just do this. Oh, let's do this. Okay, just try and drag that out. Okay. Let's take this one. Just make it a bit bigger. Like, it's just something like this, right? Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Because this isn't straight. It's gonna cause me issues. I might just put it a bit more, like, further down. Maybe I'll, maybe I'll just make this a bit smaller. Like, maybe we'll have to actually shape it because this isn't very straight. Unless we can... We could pull that in just a little bit. We'll just leave it floating for now. We'll come back. But that's basically it. It doesn't sit on the chest anymore. It sits on the collar instead. Which I don't mind, to be fair. Ooh. I think the idea was that I wanted it to have on the chest, and then I wanted this to have like the same or similar shape, and then I wanted this to have a similar shape, just to repeat the pattern. But I think having on the collar instead is okay. Let's have a look. What do we want to do? Shoes. Should we make shoes? Where is my shoe? Hang on. I'm gonna go get my shoe. Berry. I'm back. I got my shoe. I'm just gonna have it like on the desk. So I have another pair of shoes as well, which look really cool. And I thought maybe I could like mix and match the elements of the shoes to make like a new shoe. But then I was like, no, it won't look. Maybe it will look good. Maybe we'll do it. I don't know. The idea is, let's just start with the. Where do we start? I guess we'll also start with the sole. Now, the issue here is we need to make a decision on, do we want to basically start the mesh on the floor, which it currently isn't, I've just realized. Which means that if I wear high heel shoes, it's gonna float. No, it's gonna clip. Or do we want to have the shoes be on the floor and then the what's it called, and then the body's gonna float when I don't wear the shoes? Those are the things we have to consider. Like, obviously I can move the model up and down in Blender, but I think the issue is that when put into Unity, there's no easy way except for if I change the avatar configuration to move it up and down. Like, I can't move it up and down, as far as I know, easily, unless I do it in like a separate program. Like Varudo, I can move myself up and down. But then it's like, I have to remember that being the starting position, which does cause some issues. Like, what if I do like a ragdoll and then it resets? Then I have to remember to put it to like a specific height to make it work. Does that make sense? For pictures, it won't be a problem. But for like mocap and stuff like that, it might cause an issue. Right now, I've just realized though, she is floating. But what we can do, because I don't want to like start moving some parts and then some other parts might not come with, I might just put the armature on the floor or put all the model bits on the floor before I start the armature. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I make a poll? Let's do a poll. Feet floating. Or shoes clipping. Feet floating. Shoes clipping. Duration of 3 minutes. Why not? There we go. If anyone doesn't know what the fuck I'm on about, just let me know and I'll explain again. Wait, what is this for? Is this like a commission? So I do work on commissions on stream sometimes, but this one is my 2.0 design. So it's basically a commission for me without pay. And it's just gonna be like my new model that I'm gonna be using once I finish it, which I think will be quite fun. I think at the moment it seems to be that feet floating is winning. Feet floating is hard to say, isn't it? What day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it is. Right. Tuesday all day. Why are you telling me it's not only Tuesday a little bit of the day? You know what's really funny though? I have these shoes IRL. Well, something very similar to it, but I've not really used it like a lot. I don't think I've actually used them once properly. I got them for free, so because I got them for free and because they're really pretty, I didn't want to chuck them away, even though I don't use them. But also now they're just sitting there being unused. So I might have to learn how to use them if I ever do a cosplay with these shoes. But then again, they're not identical to the design I have drawn, so I would maybe have to make some changes. Is it going to be your last stream of the year? Yes, most likely. Tomorrow I'll have work and then I might have half a day, so I might consider doing another stream before the year, but if not, this will be the last stream of the year. That's right. Free shoes are good. No, 100%, 100%. I love free stuff, free clothing. I've worn my clothing for the longest time. Like I never really buy new clothing. But I probably should very soon. Because I will become too small for my clothing. Hopefully. Well, not right now, because it's Christmas. But after Christmas, I'm hoping that I'll become too small for my clothing again and have to buy new clothing. I once got a collection of free shoes donated to me from people I work with. Oh, that's nice. I hope the shoes were in good working order, though. And it wasn't just like half beat up shoes. That wouldn't be a very good present, I don't think. Okay, so it seems like unless there's any last second votes, feet floating have won. So we're just gonna keep them floating. So I think with that, what we're gonna do is now the issue, or not the issue, but the thing we have to consider is, do we want to shorten the feet? Yeah, we should. Well, difficult, isn't it? What we can do is we can, let me show you. Just make a shape key. Test shape key. And because we have a heel in the shoe, this is not that important for this type of shoe because the toes are completely covered. But it's something I need to consider in the future. So, for example, let me grab pose maybe. No, not pose. Let's just do the good old snake hook. It's not going to be that good, but just bear with me, okay? So, actually, I've just realized no matter what, we're going to have to move the character. Oh, well, it's fine. Basically, we can do this to make the shoe fit the shape of the heel. This is obviously very, very not correct, right? But the shoe is heeled, so we have to consider what we want to do with the feet. Now, this is very, very not correct, I've just realized. But don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. Basically, do we want to shorten the leg? So what we can do is we can, instead of doing this, we can do this, but we just lift it up, right? So it keeps the toes in the same place, but we lift up the foot. And this shortens the leg, which doesn't look that good. Or we can just do this where we basically make the toes longer to fit the shoe. So I'm just thinking what the best play is. I'm gonna do a Google of it actually. Maybe there are some strong opinions out there. I saw a video to get the foot to fit better in a heel is to use the armature brush in sculpting. Is it the... I don't think I've seen an armature brush. Is it the pose brush maybe? Because that one does allow you to basically move things as if they are like weight painted. Like this. It's not perfect. Again, this, I think I need to change some of the polish in the foot because the foot doesn't make much sense at the moment. But let me actually check it. So, Blender, maybe VR chat, healed foot. Like I wonder what other people do. Why not just have the feet separate and hide the foot when wearing a shoe? That is probably not a bad shout. Because then I can have different feet depending on... Because usually what I do is I'd make a shrink blend shape, right? Which hides it technically anyway. But that will be a problem if... Let me think. What is the best solution to this? Because I think you're onto something regarding the feet separation. That might be the best play. Because then I can have one malformed foot for when it's wearing heels that like the foot are visible. But I'll still have to change the height, I think. Like there's no perfect world, you know? Reddit. Let's see what Reddit has to say. How to make an offset for heel toggle. You can't. There is no real solution to this. Oh. So VR chat specifically, you can use OVR, the pose brush. Yeah, so that one I've just tried now. It's not like a perfect solution because I just haven't spent time doing it. But it still doesn't solve the issue with what I do when it's different heights. Because like if you're wearing heels, it would be a completely different height, right? You'd go up, like you'd get taller. And I don't think there's an easy way to do that in Unity. Unless you use something like OVR for VR chat when you're in VR. But then like with Naruto and stuff, I need to think. Let me have a look. Shoes slipping through floor. Let me check if I can find any info. Heel. Oh, my eye. Sorry. You gotta use the pose brush to move it little by little, not all at once. Oh yeah, no, I was just quickly showing like how it can be done. I'm just thinking if I need to make a blend shape or if I need to make different feet. Not different feet, but like chop the feet off. There is a high heel blend shape. This is for like a clothing item from Booth, but I do wonder what people usually do. If they just push the foot up basically. Let's see. Let me see the images. Oh wait, normal, custom. So I think what they do is just do a blend shape and they push the heel up rather than pushing the feet down, if that makes sense. That probably, actually, now that I think about it, that probably seems like, sorry, my eye. Seems like the best play because of the bones as well. I have to worry about those. If it's really an issue, I can make, like, I can separate the model into a different model and then move it up to make it, like, make sense. but I don't think it's gonna be that big an issue. I can just redo it if I need to redo it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, as a test shape key, we're gonna... Oh, I don't know if I can use the... I think I can use it this way, but I don't know if I can use it... No, it's not gonna let me do it that way. Okay, so let's do... Like, we'll move everything just a little bit up. But some parts will be a little bit compressed, I think. Hang on, I need to get a, a picture of a healed foot. Foot in glass heels, I guess is the better. Ah, there we go. I got a reference. Okay. Ooh. I saw someone use shape keys. Yeah, so my character is currently in the way, but that's what I'm using at the moment. Just to try and shape this. The shoe is quite... I mean, I was gonna say the shoe is quite tall, but just have a look. I feel like the foot is quite long at the moment. I don't think that's right. Maybe we will shrink the foot length just a little bit. Let's see. Oh. Hang on. I'm only taking one side with me. I think shape key is a temporary solution now that I think about it. It can be. I usually like to consider it as a non-destructive solution because I can always just turn it off. What we can do in like programs such as Verudo is you can just have them be permanently on. So shape keys are quite nice. I still have confidence in the post brush. That's fine. It's just that I couldn't use the post brush the other way around. I could use it this way around, but it wouldn't allow me to use it like this way, if that makes sense. It's probably the better option if you're moving the toes down. I'm gonna say this is a horrible foot shape, but it works for what we need. It's just a test. I'll probably redo it at some point. Right. Okay, so the idea is... So what we'll do is we'll just keep that flat. So I'm just gonna... Oh, sorry. I'm gonna upskirt a little bit here. I don't know if there's like a better way to make shoes, but I like to just get a plane. Just put it like here and then just shape it around the foot so I know that it's like at least the size of the foot. I realize I'm sitting on my leg and it really hurts. All due respect, but skill issue. That is fine. That is not a problem. There's a lot of things that are a skill issue for me in this program. Let's see. I'm gonna put transparency on. Ah, there we go. It's not showing me transparency. That's weird. Why isn't it showing me transparency? Oh, it's because it's in this one. Okay, that's fine. Let's turn transparency off with this. Wait, what? Does transparency do transparency on everything? Apparently it does. I wasn't aware. It's a different... Yeah, it's a different mesh. Do you have any New Year goals, Sunny? Good question. I'm gonna snooze the ad. Not at the top of my head. There's a couple of things like in my personal life that I want to do. Like I want to hit a specific weight goal, for example. Well, not really a weight goal, like not a number, but I just want to hit like a specific point that I can measure. In terms of streaming, I think I want to make this year the year that I stream the most because now I don't have uni anymore, right? So I have no more excuses. I think another New Year goal would be to like actually fully finish this design. Obviously, I think I'll be able to fully finish this like way before, next year's over. But I think just as a precaution, I want to make sure I can finish it um before next year's over. But I think that would be okay. Other than that, I don't have much. Like I wanted to make a few goals for myself in terms of like what I'll be doing on stream, like if there's any games. I do want to still see if I'm able to finish Elden Ring and like do the karaoke and stream and stuff, but there's no promises with that. It just depends on how much I progress. But like I have things I want to do, but I don't know if I'll actually do them, you know? What about you? Do you have any fun New Year goals? New Year resolutions, as they call them? My New Year's resolution is making significant progress on my 3D cartoon. It's been my resolution for the last few years. How complete would you say you're getting? Like, are you like 50% there or does it need more? Also, actually, do you want to try Art Fight next year? I've tried Art Fight. It's really fun. It's just that are you gonna do it 3D? Because I feel like 3D takes a lot longer than like drawing, if that makes sense. I've done Art Fight before with 2D art, just not with 3D. I started one and then I just never finished it, so I didn't submit it. There is like a half-done sculpt of someone's character in my work in progresses. Nope, I stopped making New Year goals. Did you stop making goals altogether? Like, do you have any goals that you're looking towards doing? Also, you can't ask me if I have goals and then just be like, nah, I don't do goals. I'm too cool for that. Yeah, I'm going to do 3D though. The thing is, I'm going to have a base model head bust. I'm going to make to make things quicker. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it's a good thing to do for like sculpting and stuff because then you don't have to worry. If you have a base human head or something or bust, then you can just sculpt on the little details that you need and like shape it. My goals are always too ambiguous or difficult. See, that is a mood because I do feel like I like to jump in the deep end with anything I do, and it's always stressful. Or it's too ambiguous, like you said. Not ambiguous, sorry, ambitious is what the word I was thinking of. Okay, so we have our plane. Now, usually this would like follow the shape of the foot, but I don't think we really care because it's not gonna be visible. So we're just gonna treat. Actually, no, we do actually have to do it. I've just lied. I realized there is a platform, but it's not flat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put on that test shape key just to get us going a little bit. And I'm just gonna grab. Oh, there we go. Let's put another thing in here. Should we slap a subdiv on? Why not? We'll slap a subdiv. Okay. So I'm just having the shoe is in front of me. All right. So it basically, let's do this. I think, oh, where are we? We need to go further up and then we might need some more cuts for this one. But we need to rotate it. And then almost like make I guess these ones, these four. Oh God, where am I? Maybe just them two. Something like this, but then we're gonna have to add another loop here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I mean, one goal could be to sell 3D models online. That is true. Is that what you're thinking of? Or do you mean a goal for me? I'm gonna say goal for you because you made some ladders, didn't you? That you wanted to sell or already put up. I only have one character to finish. A complete script for episode 1, half of a storyboard finished for that episode, and only 2 character lines are completed and voiced. I mean, that is a considerable amount of progress. Like, writing a script, even if it's just for like one episode. It's pretty good. And if you already have one character finished, that's... I think you might be able to make it, you know? Obviously, taking the time to make the characters is one thing, but then once you already have the characters, things go faster, right? Other than that you have to animate if that's what you decide to do. The heel is a bit too flat. You should make it a slight angle. Which part of the heel, sorry? Flat. You mean like generally, like across the board? Wait, I'm looking at my own feet and the arch of the foot doesn't bend. Only the toes bend and the ankles, that's it. And the arch of the foot doesn't bend. Arch of the foot. You mean this part? I think I'm a bit confused on what the arch of the foot is. Have my ladders ready to sell, just not released them yet? Oh, okay, okay. No, that's fair. Also, I've just realized I can't snooze it anymore. There will be another ad starting about now. It should be about 3 minutes time, and then we'll be back, all right? But don't worry, I'm gonna pause it so you won't miss anything. I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. BRB. Welcome back, welcome back. My brain, hang on. Yeah, the middle part of the foot is the arch. I get what you mean, yeah. I literally just tested it while I was on my break. And you're right, the ankle moves and the toes move, but the arch doesn't bend. I think I have the option of posing the foot so that it goes downwards. But then the issue with that is I'll have both foot clipping and feet floating. So at the moment, oh my god, where am I? At the moment, I've just done a test blend shape that moves the, what's it called? This thing up and tries to make it look kind of like a heel shape. It's not like the heel shape. Like this, for example, if I go into, with a heel like this would be like completely smooth, which is why I also need to change a bit of the topology, I think, because it's a bit messed up at the moment. Like this would be completely smooth. Actually, that looks so much better. But the problem with this method is that I like reduced that, not the shape, but the height of the foot, I guess. But if you're wearing a shoe, you won't see it, which is why it's just temporary with a shape key. Alternatively, I could do what basically real life would do. And if I make another blend shape, that's shape key 2, is to use the pose brush, like you mentioned earlier, and then move it. Oh, probably helps if I put it on. Is to move it down. It's not perfect. I'll have to fix it with some smoothing, I think, afterwards. but to basically do something like this, where I only bend the parts that will... Ooh, bend. That looks horrible, but you know what I mean. With enough time, I can make that look decent. I could do that, but I don't know what I prefer. Like, because both need fixes afterwards. I'm gonna turn this one off. I'm just gonna put it here. So I think what I'll do is I'll make the shoe using this as a reference, and then if I decide to change it, I'll move the shoe, because then I can move the shoe before I export it into like Unity and stuff like that, and then I don't have to worry about it. Another thing I thought about was doing it with bones. So I'll keep the foot like it is, like so, and then weight painting it, because I have like I'll put a rig in and stuff like that and have like foot bones and stuff, and then pose the bones the way that it would be in real life if you were to do it. I might go with that method, because then it's just about rotating the bones. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. It's such a like big dilemma when you want to put it into like another program like Naruto and VRChat and stuff, because you have to, there's no perfect solution, you know. The whole foot pivots at the ankle. Yeah, I wasn't able to get it done with the post brush with the settings that I'd put on, and skill issue, you know. So we're just gonna go with this blend shape method for now, just to make the shoe, and then we can figure out what we want to do after. So I just want to straighten this one, I think. There we go. I've just had a look at my shoe as well when I was on my break. So what I'm making now is just like, it's not the sole really, it's like the base of the platform heel, which as far as I can see seems fairly straight, and then it goes down. I mean, nothing in life is perfectly straight, but it seems fairly straight as it is, and then it goes down, and then when it goes up to actually make the shoe itself, that's when it starts getting like curvy and stuff. So I wonder if we can straighten. No, not as easily. Okay, that's fine. I think I'll just move. If I just align these similarly, then that would be fine. I think subdivision modifier is messing with me a little bit, because it will move things around. So I just do this, and then there we go. Okay. And then I think this is maybe going a little bit too outwards. Let's have a look. I don't know if we need... I'm gonna keep the quad here. Could just make this a triangle, but I think we'll keep it like so now. Do I need to decrease? Can maybe decrease this. Oh wait, no, this needs to go out a bit, and then okay, I think that's fine. So my idea was, so this specific shoe that I have, and that I have in mind in terms of my design, it has a shared, I don't know what it's called, but it has like a shared bridge. So it has a front part and a, you know, the heel. So it's a very simple shape, this shoe. So what I was thinking is, what we'll do is we'll just grab this, And then we'll make the, I need to do that, I think. Make sure it's sharp. We'll make like the bridge base. And then we need to make sure these are the same, what's it called? Height. So I'm gonna do, is that, no, that's too far. I'm gonna say maybe this one. So we want to take, no, we don't we don't want to take these. We want to take only this part and this part. I'm gonna say here, but we might have to shrink it a bit or increase it a bit. So the idea is, let's put, I don't know how much height this is. Let's, you know what? Let's put it here to floor height for now. And then we need to make this sharp. And then we want to make this the same height, basically. There we go. That should be the same height. I've also realized we haven't even put the mirror modifier on. Which we probably, I mean, we don't need to yet, but we might as well. Apply all transforms. There we go. Oh, did I not fill this one in? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Let's see. We want to, let's do, let's make this one. Okay, there we go. I guess we can keep that a triangle for now. That isn't going to deform, I'm pretty sure. So it will be okay. And let's just do the same here. Is that going to be triangle too? Okay. We could literally just run a loop through here and fix that. And we might. Just gonna connect them. Yeah, so if we do this, then that's sorted, isn't it? No, that just makes two triangles. Unless we keep it like this. We can keep it like this. I don't think it should cause us any issues. Especially with subdiv. Okay, so that's like the base. It's not exactly like this, so... Oh, hang on. I think what I want to do is grab... all of these and make them sharp. And mark sharp. Yeah, there we go. What does that look like? That looks better. What the hell? What's this? What is that? Is it... face orientation issue? Oh. No, it isn't. Wait, is it... No. It isn't like a weird double mesh issue either. I think the middle part of the heel have a bit too much curve arc. Maybe, never mind, I'm not sure. You mean like when it goes up here? It might do, to be fair. I've literally just like eyeballed it for my shoe. But I don't think that's gonna be the finished look. It is quite a steep shoe though. Because I know the foot does have a slight natural arc and high heels match that. Yeah, high heels are fucking weird. They're so strange. I think this will be okay, but I'm just checking if it actually does match. I'm putting the shoe like next to it right now. Okay, so the heel in the shoe is actually a lot higher. But I think that's because the base of the, what's it called? The base of the shoe actually just needs to be lower. So if we're gonna match the shoe like 1-to-1, let me get a cursor. So the arc itself, I can probably tone down. Because that's what the base thing is for. The, oh, what's it called? The platform. So if I were to match this like basically 1-to-1, the shoe would need to go down like, oh wait, it would help if I could see. Like, go down to here. It's a lot bigger. But the actual arch is a lot straighter. So I would say it can go, oh, that was my mouse. But it can go like around here rather than this high. So if we'll try that, push that down. And then we'll take actually, we need to select the faces, don't we? Oh. Like, it's more like this. We don't have to make it that extreme, but it is generally a little bit more like this in terms of height. I think we're gonna maybe like here. We can always change it. And then what I want to do is I want to take, hang on, let's remove this ugly blue. What's your problem? Are you not sharp? Now you are. Okay. I want to take this loop. Ooh. Is it, what is this? Is it the shadow? Do I have shadows on? Oh, it is. Okay, I should probably turn them off for now. Figured out our culprit. I'm gonna say just to match the foot a little bit more. We can then tone down the blend shape. Let me just lift that up a bit. I'm gonna say more like this is accurate. So yeah, it still clips on the floor. We're gonna have to move the entire model up. But okay, I think that's good. So what I want to do is grab the entire thing. Now this is where it gets weird. I was gonna say we're gonna have to start separating these. So I'm gonna say probably around here, which is this side, is where we're gonna the heel is a slope with a slight curve. Not entirely sure I know what you mean. My heel is a slope with a slight curve, or it should be a slope with a slight curve. I wonder if maybe we have to use this one just because of how where it goes. Like when I'm looking at the shoe, actually it starts going up quite early. So it might even... I think we... Hang on. Let me grab this one. I think we need to move this further out. So we're going to grab the shoe. I'm talking about the shoe. The heel is a slope with a slight curve. Do you mean this part? Like what we're working on here, above the heel? Or do you mean the heel itself? Because the heel on my shoe, like the heel, the base heel itself, the one that you like step on, is very straight. But when it reaches out for the fabric and goes out, it does like bulge out a bit. If that makes sense. Oh, I just hit my mic, sorry. I'm gonna move this along a little bit though. Oh, because I think it's just a bit too small. So I'm gonna say like here. But now, oh, wait, what? Here. But I think maybe we just need to remove this loop. Oh, maybe not. Why is that causing an issue? Actually, why is that causing an issue? If I remove you, did I not remove it from everywhere? Oh. Wait, what? Save. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I was leaving around like a single vertex. But if most of the foot is being covered, it should be fine. It shouldn't matter what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, that's like my general idea. Like with this type of shoe, I'm not too worried about what the actual foot looks like. But for other shoes, you know, where you can see the toes and stuff, it has to be good. So I think what I'll do is when I make a shoe like that, I'll probably experiment and have a look at like what will work and what won't. And I might have to redo the feet at that point. I think I've fully accepted that because it's my model, it's always going to be a model that's like ever being worked on. And I hate that and love that at the same time. Because anytime I like, if I buy like a 2D model or something and I don't make it myself, I know I cannot change anything. So if I want to change something, I can't. And that sucks. My brain is like, that sucks because I like to change things. But at the same time, it's good in a way because then it makes it final, you know? I don't know how to explain it. It's a very weird, like, thought, but... I'm just gonna do these as well. You know what? Actually, let me just do this. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. You have your own high heels reference? I kind of forgot you said that. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I have it on my desk. It's just like sitting there planted. Why is this? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. This doesn't need to be... And this also doesn't need to be sharp. There we go. Okay, so the idea was, I think, did I say this one? No, but that wouldn't make sense. It would have to be this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Basically, this is the one that's going to be predetermined, I guess. This is the loop. And then we have I guess we'll go with this one and this one. They will go up. And then they are predetermined as well. So they go around here. I think this makes sense. But then it actually, on my specific shoe, halfway through the front, it actually starts sloping up. So maybe this needs to be our predetermined loop. Like this is where it needs to go. So I'm gonna say if I do, oh, wait, that's not right. There we go. Oh, if I do this, and then I put a thing in here, and then I connect that, and then that's all Gucci, and then I guess I'll do two. Wait, no. Yeah, no. Get rid of you. I like wedge high heels. I'm going to do it for the OC that I was trying to make plus size. They're going to be boots. Yeah, I really like wedge high heels too. Those are the ones that are connected, right? Or am I mistaken? Let me Google this before I make a fool out of myself. Yeah, they're the ones that have the connected heel and the front. I used to wear those as like my typical, like I'm going outside and I need to look fashionable shoes. But now that I'm so old, I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna wear comfy shoes. So I just need a drink. So today I entered a prize draw on the Waterstones website. The draw happens on the 2nd. If you win your entire wish list of books plus some money. Oh, I hope you win. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Does that mean you have to set like a wish list beforehand on the Waterstone website? Because imagine if you need that and then you don't have a wish list. Do you just like get nothing? You got what your wish list was, I guess. Why is this so... I don't know the word. Subdiv is on, right? Why is it like acting so strange? Is it because of this? Oh. Oh, but it should still like... Maybe it's just the position of it. I don't know. I'll have to keep going on. Keep continuing and see if it gets... No, because why is this one like so weird? The hell? I don't know. I'll keep going and we'll see. So I guess I'll just take this and this. Actually needs to go a little bit sharper of a turn than like so. Plus minus. Oh no, wait. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should. Actually, no, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Wait. Oh, wait, hang on. Do you know what it is? I think I figured it out. I think it's normals. I think they're a bit messed up. Because this is really strange looking. Never mind. It's back to normal now. Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah, I was right. Okay, let's just there we go. I think it's just the shading of them that made it look a bit weird. Oh, and let's do shade smooth. There we go. Comfort should be prioritized when possible. Oh, 100%. I can't be fucked like wearing uncomfortable high heels unless I have to, which as so far I don't have to. Like, I feel like you can get comfortable flats that look nice. Do you know what I mean? Hang on. Ooh. I need to compare with my shoe again. I think I fucked up. I think this needs to be lower. I've just realized. Otherwise, that would be a very tall shoe. And it's like the same height in terms of the shoe, but this part is lower. So if I just grab, like, let's just do like this for now. Let me just grab these. That is more like it, but not entirely there yet. I think we need to go even lower, to be fair. Something more like this. You said a sore? Oh. My bad. Yeah, you need to create a wish list with a specific name and any books in there is that you win. But what if you forget? Like, what if you gave your wrong details when you entered? Wait, hang on. There's a toe. Oh, wait, hang on. This isn't... Ah. That makes more sense. Wait, actually, the entire... No, wait. No, I'm being silly. Is it valid to say 3D art is kind of smoke and mirrors? What does that mean? Do you want to explain? I think I want the loop to go like around, so I think I need to change some of the topology here. Because I don't like whatever the fuck is going... Oh, I swore again. I don't like the loops. The loops... That would be devastating. Make sure you have stuff in your wish list. Smoke only when used particles and making mirrors can be tricky. You're right. I don't know how people make mirrors. I assume, emphasis on assume here, that some mirror techniques just duplicate the mesh and like make it have like some kind of effect. But I don't know if there's like other better ways to actually make mirrors. Oh, there's one with a camera as well, isn't it? Good night. Nice shoes. Hi, Rudy. Good night. If you're leaving. If you're staying, that's okay too. Thank you. I'm working on them right now, but they need a bit more... They need a bit more time in the oven, I think. I can't have toes sticking out. Smoky mirrors mean the obscuring or embellishing of the truth of a situation with misleading or irrelevant information. I would say that's valid in that case, because I feel like... Obviously, it depends on what models you make, right? But if it's for like a game, users don't give a shit how it's made, right? They just care about how it looks. So you can make it as badly as you... Well, obviously there's limitations, right? You want to optimize it for other stuff like the game running well. But you don't need to make things the way that they're actually made. You can just make them however that makes them look good and doesn't like mess up your game. Like right now, you can't see it, but my body inside my clothing is shrunk. It's using shrink plane shapes. I look horrible without the clothing, but I can't show you it because Twitch will be like, no, 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 don't do that. Even though it's like proper like freak of nature looking right now. So I can agree in that sentiment. Things aren't always as it seems with 3D models. But that's because you just need to make sure it looks good, right? Shoe. It's taking place. Not taking place. It's what's it called? What's the word? Taking shape. That's the one. Smoke and mirrors is saying meaning artful deception, misdirection, or trickery. Or used to hide the truth or distract from an unpleasant reality. Yeah, I can agree with that. But not in like I wouldn't say trickery in like mean way. Like it's not purpose. Well, it is purposefully trickery, but it's not in like a offensive way. It's just to make sure that things look good and run smooth. Wait, shit. What have I done? Do I need to connect you? No. Well, maybe, but that's not what I've done. Let's dissolve you. Did I do this? And then did I? No. What the hell did I do? This. Oh yeah, I did. That might actually not be the best way to do it, but I should probably delete this edge. I don't think I need it. Oh. Because I think this basically does that job. The shoe is starting to look nice. Yes, thank you. I think I've just read that twice. Sorry. I don't know if I read it in my mind or if I read it out loud. I'm a bit sleepy. Let's have a look. Right, what are we working with? So I think this needs to be a bit more straight. Oh, or maybe it's just this part. It needs to be straight. Do I want to make like so? I mean, I could. So we need to subdivide this one twice. A first. No way. That's not right. Is that right? The phrase smoke and mirrors comes from stage magic, where magicians literally use smoke, fog, and mirrors to create illusions, distract audiences, and hide their tricks. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not in an offensive way. It's just to show something else. So I can agree with that. What the hell did I do? I don't remember what I did. Oh no. I think... Did I... No, wait. Did I connect this one? No. No, that doesn't look... right. Oh, wait. No. Did I do this? That seems like it. Okay, so I need to remove this edge. What do we do? Do you want to add another loop? No, because I kind of need to. Oh, there we go. Got it. Oh, but we don't want to do that because then we want to take the entire loop, right? So let me take the entire loop. There we go. I think we're going to add some more loops around here once we're done with the shoe. Once we're done adding these up. So I think for this one, I did duplicate it twice. And then, wait, no, shit, not twice, once. And then did this. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I haven't connected it. There we go. And then now it's just the, which one do we want to connect? This one? No. This one to this one. But I think we want to subdivide this one at least 3 times. There we go. Oh, and then we want to do this. Oh, and we actually do want to subdivide this one more time. And then once we've done that, we can look at actually shaping up the shoe, I think. We'll just do that and then subdivide. What time is it? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. My time. I think, because I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. I think we might, oh, it's a very square shoe. We're gonna fix that. But I think we might have to call it very soon. Let me push you out a bit. I think, to be fair, the entire shoe, we can probably position it a bit nicer, and then we can just pull it out a bit more with the toes. With a, hang on, if I do, I don't like that loop, but let's just do it for now. And then what I want to do is I want to subdivide because I want to connect this here. Oh, hang on. I mean, that's not entirely what I wanted, but it works, I guess. We can fix that at some point. Yeah, we might need to take like the shoe itself, like this and this out a bit more. We need a thingy from here. I think I just deleted that actually. We need some kind of support from here, I think. Oh wait, did that? Oh, wait, wrong one. Did that fix it? Or am I just back to square one? I don't know. I think I'm losing the plot a little bit. And let's push that out as well a little bit. Okay, so I think these are a good start to our shoes. We're not there yet. Like they're not done. But we've started shoes. She has a skirt. She has a top, which I did offline, but you know what I mean. I think we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer. So I'm quite happy with this. Now, as I mentioned earlier, in case anyone wasn't here, this will most likely be my last stream for this year, 2025. How crazy. I'll see you next year. Unless I decide to have some kind of surprise stream tomorrow, but I haven't decided yet. So I will get back to you on that. If I do a stream tomorrow, then it will just be like, I'm going live. That's it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. Now, we're gonna have a quick look to see if there's anyone on the line that we can raid and say hello to. The shoes look really great. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think I've been able to do quite a bit of progress on them today, so I'm quite happy. They're not perfect yet, but they will get there. Let me just swap screen, actually. Ah, hello. There we go. So yes, thank you so much for joining, everyone. I'm gonna have a look to see if there's anyone that we can say hello to and raid. I did some art, so I think it's only fair to do some, not to do some art, but to raid someone who also does art. Let's have a look. Who's online? Oh, I need to verify my age. Hang on. Let me just do that real quick. Let's have a look. I think. Okay, I think we can go say hello to Plobby 3D. They seem to be doing a very my god, I can't speak today. A very cute penguin. So I'm gonna do raid. Now this is on Twitch, just to keep in mind, just a warning. Plobby 3D. Let's see, did that work? Ah, it did. Perfect. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I know that the sickness and the bad wrist has fucked my schedule up a little bit, but I do really want to start streaming again regularly, obviously starting next year, because there's not much time left of this year. But I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Usually I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but obviously not Monday. Tomorrow is New Year, so I don't know what will happen then. But if I don't see you until next year, then I hope you have a lovely New Year. Bye bye. No, you bye, J Master. Take care of yourself. And we're gonna go say hello to Plobby 3D. I'm just gonna copy my raid message because I always forget. And then when I do copy it, sometimes it still doesn't work, which is really annoying. But yeah, they're making a very cute penguin. And I hope you guys have a lovely night. Bye bye!